Good morning, good day, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Welcome again to my YouTube channel, the place where we discuss issues that have to do with employment relations and human resource management at the workplaces. So today we'll be looking at influencing your employees without authority. And before I start, I will please plead with you to um, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel and help us to grow the channel also. So, influence without authority. Most of us think the only way we can influence people or make people make great change in the life of our employees or environment or make people to be loyal to us is when we use our positional power. Maybe the power that be given to you as a director, as head of department, or governor, or president, as the case may be. But from all indication, it works better when you influence people without authority from the perspective of your personal power, not positional power that have been given to you. Because you need as much good relationship with people to get them to do a lot of things with you. And if you begin to use most of your positional powers, people begin to get scared of you, they want to avoid you. But when you use personal power, you find that you can easily influence them. And when we mean that we are saying, let's take for example students protest or village protest or state protest. Sometimes you find that the president may speak or the vice chancellor may speak and the students will not listen, as the case may be, or the people may not listen. And then somebody that they just have too much respect for, because that person has built a good relationship with them, that person attends their function, that person is with them, that person drinks with them, that person has built that, will just come and speak, and you see everybody calm down and go back home. That is the place of positional power, and you can use that the place of personal power, and you can use that personal power to influence people without using the authority of a position to get them do things that you want to do. Because in influence you are trying to bring about some exchange. You want to do some give and take, and if you are not using your personal power, the other one, people may just want to do things when you're there, but when you're not there, what happens? How do they take that job serious? How do they get themselves more committed? So if you want to influence people more, we are coming from the angle to say, don't use your positional power, use your personal power, where you need to begin to build emotional banks in the life of those other people, where if they have worked for you maybe for extra hours, can say, okay, because I've been working with for me for extra hours for some weeks now, okay, I'm going for a seminar, you're going for that seminar with me, or I'm going on holidays and I'm taking you along. So that person begin to feel, my boss, because I work extra hours with him, he's also having my interest, he wants me to dine with him, he wants me to, and so the person wants to go extra mile because the person knows you care for him, and then you're also giving back. So to influence people without position, you need to begin to understand those people, begin to care for them. You need to begin to look out for their needs. You need to begin to help them out at every instant that they need your help. You need to also begin to clarify issues. Think about those people. What are those things that their hearts yearn for or yearns for? What are those things that they need your help for? What are those attitude of yours that could make build their own self-confidence? How clear is your goals to them? It's not that you want to make everything so painful because you have the authority over their life, or you have authority that be given to you with your position. You are thinking about other people as being important. You are thinking from the angle of, if the way I'm treating them, if they treat me that way, asking yourself that question. Just like I have aspiration, I have hope, I have dreams, I have values, I have needs. Does those people that I am influencing also have their own aspiration, their own hopes, their own dreams, their own needs as employees? Because it is when you wear the shoe, you'll also begin to see where it hurts and know that, okay, I need to treat these people better. I don't just want to muzzle everybody down because I have the positional power. So let me begin to build relationship with them based on influence without authority. So that way you begin to diagnose the word of the other people. You begin to become empathetic with them. You begin to think about how you share profit with them. You begin to think about how you also make their life successful and easier. You begin to think about their promotions. You also begin to identify some of the currencies that they need to help them grow. Maybe they need the currencies of having their own time, their own space, being able to get information from you on time, being appreciated for the job that they have done, or building up a reputation that is not tinted in any way with anything negative. So at every point in time, you are working towards those things that meet their own need. That way, you see that people will begin to work with you without you going an extra mile of saying, I am the boss, you must do, I want to exert your bossship over them. They will just work freely with you and give you excellent report, excellent result, because you are looking out for them also, and you have a healthy and balanced relationship with these people. Because it is much easier to get a friend to do things for you than for you to get an outsider to do things for you. For outsider, you need to work extra hard to get the person's trust that the person can go. But for the person that is your friend already, it's like, my friend, do this thing, and you see your friend will get up to do it for you. And also, you also need to also try to give support, as the case may be, whether the support you are giving is in the short term or in the long term. Give them as good support as possible, but please don't give supports that are not ethical. Don't try to do things that are unhealthy or ungenerous or unethical, or something like trying to use bribe or do favors that are against the principles of the organization, or against the laws of the land, or against the policies of the organization. But whatever you're going to do, do it in such a way that the person knows, my boss cares for me. Somebody has a child, you go and visit. Somebody is sick, you go and visit. It's not every time you send delegate to go there, you go personally. It adds to that friendship that the person will have towards you. It adds to that trust. It adds to that belief that this person cares about me. And when people begin to know that you care about them, they will reduce resistance to your influences. They begin to see it. My oga cares, so because he cares for me, I need to do other things to help him to succeed as a boss. So every currency, I don't mean money and material and money. I don't mean physical currency, maybe naira or dollar, or pounds. What I mean is that anything that help other people to feel good, those things that you need to dish out to them, that will help them to succeed. Those are the things we expect you, under the influence of church authority, to give to them. Are you giving them tasks? Why? What that task that you are giving to them, you give it in a reasonable with support. Jobs that are not overburdened, jobs that are jobs that are not overstrenuous to people. You give them the right job, and then you give them the right material to do the job. Are you a kind of helping them to build their own ambition, their own reputation, give them the place of network? I have a friend that will help you go to that place, send them for trainings, build that kind of trying to accept them the way they are and trust them, that they will grow. You would also begin to put the places of where you are working to be peaceful with you, give them that job security, that is not every time you're threatening them with their job. You build more confidence in them, and then they begin to come closer and begin to help you do as many things as possible. So you need to create that space if you want to influence people without authority. Create that space where people can easily come to you, no matter your position in the organization. You too should also know that there are people that is either above you, and there will always be people that will above you at every point in your life. Even if there is some people, there will always be the God factor that will be above you. So what if those people treat you the way you treat others because of positional power? Will they be able to influence you If they will not be able to influence you, it then means that you too will begin to change the way you treat people and begin to treat them as friends, as friends, not as a friend enemy, as friends, and then get to help them at every particular point that they need to be helped. If they're sick and vulnerable, you are out there, you should be able to, diagnose their needs, interests, think about what pressures will cause them, maybe sicknesses and diseases, and say, okay, at this particular time they are ill, let another person take over, I'll take over some of the jobs, and when you get better, you come back. So if you're able to do that, and then you begin to value people as the case may be that occupy different places, you begin to look at what they need in terms of time, reputation, appreciation, job security, and you think about the authority that you put there is authority of I can come to you, you can come to me. It will help you to get people to do things for you willingly without so much stress. But if you don't do that, and you are going to rock your authority, even if it is position of authority, there are so many things that will help you rock it easily without too much stress. Number one is that if everything is about you, you listen to yourself, you don't see other people's opinion, you don't accept your wrong, you are difficult to be pleased, all those things will rock every relationship, because that is where the boss comes, and it is going to affect your relationship. If your leadership control is also against anti people, it's going to rock your influence. If you are also not able to do give and take, it's going to rock your influence without authority. If you also you're the person that is, when people achieve something, you don't praise them. It's only when they lose something you now begin to become nasty towards them. You are going to lose that your influence without authority. So if you must influence people and win them without authority, there must be win-win for you. When it's time when it's time for you to punish, you punish. When it's time to praise, you praise. You have to build everything as if you are all partners in that particular relationship. You have to also listen to them, to learn from them and unlearn for yourself. You have to also speed up every ideas, build up a culture of love within that organization. Once you do it, you find that it's very, very easy for you to a kind of win people over, to do things for you without using your positional power that the organization has given you. You build a personal power that people will go out to help you to achieve your success without you saying, I am the boss. Thank you for listening to me. Hope you have learned one or two things, and you use this one or two things to be able to work with other people in the organization freely and very well. Please help us to subscribe and share these videos. Thank you so much again.